What the?
You're watching good.
You're watching good the feels.
Hello, guys. Welcome back. How's it going? What's happening? It's been a little while. Just a minute, you know. So I haven't played Minecraft in a really long time. I haven't played anything in a really long time, except for, well, I play Star Trek on my phone. But it's been a little while, so I thought I would do a thing. And this is the thing I'm doing. I have not played any of the updates in Minecraft in quite some time, and I want to kind of check it out. Here there's ghats that can be our friends now. Here there's going to be copper golems and all this other stuff. There's so many things in Minecraft I know nothing about. So I'm going to be looking to you guys to help me learn the game of Minecraft. Fresh all over again. Once again, I'm back. Well, let's not get too hasty here. So it's been a little while, as if you follow my channel, may know. I kind of stopped doing video games for a bit there. What the? See, I don't know anything anymore, man. What's this? Why is this pig this color? What are you? Are you muddy? I don't even know. But yeah, it's been a minute, and I wanted to say hello once again. If you haven't followed me on Twitch for the last long time, I kind of switched to doing mostly streaming for quite a while there. I also stopped doing gameplay for the most part. I've kind of transitioned everywhere a man can transition in the last 5 years. I went from doing mostly gameplay to, I guess I should gather some wood and stuff. I don't know, play the game. I was looking around to see like where I spawned. I didn't pick a seed. I didn't do anything. I literally just sat down, fired up my computer, which has been off for so long, and opened Minecraft. So here we're at. Here we are. Here we're going. Don't know what else to say. Yeah, I kind of stopped doing gameplay for a bit. I did cooking content for a while. Mostly streamed it. Did a subathon with Arcus in the same house that I did all the cooking content. That lasted for too long. Me and Arcus hate each other now. We don't really hate each other. I did DoorDash for a while, where I did like driving streams, but then one of our cars broke, and that kind of killed that. So stopped doing DoorDash. When I just fired everything up to play video games, half of my stuff was just broken, as things do when they just sit. I guess they just break. That's how things work. My audio is kind of probably going to be awful. I can't wait to hear all about it. Be sure to let me know how much it sucks and how much you close the video within the first 5 seconds. I want to get some stone, but I guess I need wood tools, huh? I hear they're adding copper tools. I don't think they're in yet, to my understanding, but they will be. I'm getting pushed around. I'm going to kill this man here in a minute because I'm going to need food. So yeah, I did DoorDash for a bit, and then I just lived in the woods for quite some time. If you, again, haven't followed my Twitch content, I decided to do a survival challenge based on the TV show Alone, where I ventured into the woods, and I started off with just 10 items, from a list that the TV show Alone uses, and the difference was that the viewers could donate money to unlock other items for me, like chainsaws, etc. So it went from, me and a pocket knife and a flint and steel to I built a cabin. So I have a full-on cabin in my woods now. It never got completely done, but it got 4 walls, a floor. It's pretty nice, honestly. It's a cool little place. It's the summer right now, so it's entirely too hot to go out there. And I swear it's been hotter. I feel like every year, this is probably like an age thing. Like as you get older, I cannot hit this guy. I did it, guys. I've succeeded. But yeah, as you get older, like maybe that's just the thing. Like maybe my skin is thinner, so it feel. You think it'd go the other way though, like it would feel colder. Either way, I'm no longer equipped to be outside. It feels like whenever it's summertime, it's so hot, and it's also been raining. Like that guy's even darker. Oh wait, that's a sheep. I was like, these pigs, they just keep getting darker and darker. It's the sun. It's because it's so hot. But anyways, yeah, I did that 3 times. I think it was. The first time lasted 99 days. By the end of the third time, I do believe I lost a bit of my humanity. I do believe I was a bit insane. I actually did not hit 0 on the timer for my third and final subathon. It got miserably cold. I guess that's the thin skin part. It got miserably cold, and like I got insulation and like installed insulation once I had all the walls, and it did not matter. I was so cold. I had a wood stove, didn't matter. Froze my ass off, and I quit. I gave up. I threw in the towel. In the TV show alone, they have satellite phones where they can just be like, I give up. And I did that. I gave up. I couldn't do it, man. Couldn't hang it. So yeah. Each time I tried to make it a bit harder on myself. Again, if you've watched all this, if you watched all those streams and everything, you already know all this. But the first time, chat could donate me food and stuff. At first, I wasn't going to do that. I was just like trying to live off of rice and beans, but that was harder than I thought it was going to be, and so I started allowing like donations to unlock food and stuff. But by the time I went out there for the third and final time, never to be done again. I will never. I might, eventually do some content from the woods again someday if I get up to it, but never again will I subject myself to just living in the woods like I did for a long period of time, because that was rough. It was really rough. I have a newfound respect for the people that go on those television shows and do that sort of thing, because I still, had a lot of help from chat, and those people don't have nothing, so it's pretty impressive what those survival people do when they go on shows like Alone. And, used to be, I feel like Survivor was like that, but I feel like Survivor's kind of lost that aspect because, now people aren't, they're going, it's a social game. But anyways, enough about TV shows. You're here to, maybe you're here to listen to me. So where have I been? My last stream was in December. I said goodbye, and I really haven't said anything else since then. I've tweeted every once in a blue moon, whenever something strikes my fancy. And if you're in my Discord, if you're subscribed to me on Twitch, I still chat in Discord from time to time. But other than that, I've been kind of gone. And what we have been doing is we started focusing on our chicken farm. So we're chicken farmers now, kind of. It took a while to get in the positive. We started working with a guy that sells eggs at a farmer's market, and he was taking all of our eggs. That's a different colored chicken. There's all kinds of different colored animals now. That's cool. And he was taking our eggs for a while, which was great because there was a time, we've had chickens now for 3 or 4 years. This is another thing that's because of a subathon, because in that first subathon with Arcus, no, actually, this was even before the one with Arcus. I did one with Soccer when Soccer was living here. This chicken is cool. I don't want to kill him because he's cool. I wonder if whenever you breed different colored chickens, if you're going to get like, it'd be cool if it was like Chocobo where you get like variations. I'm sure it's not like that, but I wonder if you're more likely to get a colored chicken when you breed other colored chickens. I don't know. Guess we'll find out. Maybe. Same with the pigs. But anyways, because of the subathon with Soccer, I had made a deal with chat to get chickens if we reached a certain goal. And that's how we started with chickens. We got 6 chickens, and now we have roughly 300, I would say. We don't count them anymore because there's just too many. The original 6, only one of those remain. You lose things to predators and neighbors' dogs and all these various things. It's always a little saga. And there's always like chicken drama. They all have little personalities. It's pretty interesting, honestly. If you've never had chickens, I grew up on a farm in Texas, and I didn't get involved to the level I have now, where I know, what all goes into chickens. But we started with just hens, then we got a rooster. Now we are constantly hatching. We can hatch like 170 eggs at a time. And so we're constantly having eggs in an incubator, hatching more eggs. So we have a lot of chickens. But yeah, we worked with some other farmers as well, and we got a bunch of purebred chickens. We have multiple coops where we have like different types of chickens. Like we have Polish chickens that are, their own special breed. They don't get to free range. They live in I don't know why the Polish people have to live in the prison, but that's how it ended up. But yeah, they don't get to run around because they're we don't want anything to happen to them because they're the money makers. Honestly, what we've learned, it's kind of interesting because we transitioned into getting all these purebred chickens, and we really thought, because people will ask, they'll be like, "Well, do you have this kind of chicken or that kind of chicken or whatever?" And so we got to the point where we attend a lot of they're called flock swaps, where it's basically like a livestock flea market. It's like where COVID came from. Not really. It's not like that. There's not food and also live animals, but it's a bunch of people with different animals: goats, chickens, rabbit. A lot of people have rabbits. A lot of rabbits. Probably because they breed so easily, I would guess. As they say, fucking like rabbits. So we attend a lot of those sort of things, and there was a point where a lot of people were asking for specific breeds of chickens, so we got into all these purebred chickens, and now what we've come to realize after we've done a summer worth of these things is what people really want is chickens that look weird. If a chicken doesn't look like another kind of chicken, like, you got the average, like, leghorn chicken. Like, that's the white chicken. Like, the chicken, the normal chickens in this game are based on probably a leghorn chicken. They're just a white chicken. Like, you remember Foghorn Leghorn from Looney Tunes or whatever? That's just a white chicken. I don't remember where I was going with this, but either way, we have a lot of different breeds, and the ones like the Polish ones have weird hairdos. I associate it with like David Bowie with like the wild hair from like the Labyrinth, or like Tina Turner, that sort of thing. Like, that's what, Google a Polish chicken, you'll be like, oh my god. And then there's like silkies that are fluffy. They like don't have normal feathers. Like, literally, they're fluffy. It's the best way I know to describe it. And so like we have a lot of those genetics mixed in at this point with all our chickens, and so people really want those kind of mixed breed chickens where it's just like, oh, this one's cool, it has so silkies, they have 5 toes instead of 4 toes, and so sometimes we'll get a chicken where 1 foot's 5-toed, 1 foot's 4-toed, and silkies have like fluffy feet, and so like 1 foot will be fluffy and 1 foot will be normal. We got some weird ass chickens, and people really like that. So that seems to be like our go-to at this point, is we're trying to hatch eggs and get the funky chickens. But yeah, lots happened since December when I did my final stream. Had to go through a whole custody battle. My ex-wife got remarried again, moved far away. She lives like 4 hours away now, and for whatever. So my daughter's lived with us full time for over a year now, basically, where she goes to her mom's like every other weekend, and for whatever crazy reason, whenever Crystal decided to move 4 hours away, she also took that upon her to be like, I think now is the time to take full custody. And it's like, in what world do you think that's going to make any sense? You've had barely any custody for the last forever. So had to go deal with that. Cost a ton of money. Lawyers are so expensive. But that's all resolved now. So have full custody of the child. The child is much happier. Things are going really well there. She's 13 now, so things are going really well in terms of most things. But then there's also the fact she's a teenager. So it's fun. It's fun. It's the best way I know to describe it. But things are going well. What else? I mean, there's been so much that's happened since my last stream. We have a new tenant living in our rental property. There's been a variety of fun stories involving that. I don't know how often I'm going to make videos. The urge struck me, and I decided to make a bit of bit of content. I would like to get back into Minecraft. I'd love for you guys to comment and let me know what's changed, what I should be on the lookout for. Try not to spoil it too much. Oh my God, I forgot that there's mobs in this game. I guess I should look for some iron and make a shield and stuff like that. I don't know how to play this game anymore, for real though. But yeah, I'd love for some input from you guys on what I should be, what kind of cool things have changed that I should be on the lookout for. Because I do know about the ghasts, and other than that, anything that's been added to this game in like the last year is probably news to me. Here's iron. I did it. Oh, there's zombies somewhere. I do want to stream some more, but I don't think I'm going to have a constant schedule right now, or anything like that. This is just, I had some spare time. It's a Friday, and just the urge struck me. And I came up to the office at, I think it was around 1, and it's now 7 p.m., and that's how long it took me to get my equipment working again, and, like, finding, I hear the zombies. I don't see the zombies. My splitters for my HDMI were broken for whatever reason. I think maybe there was a power surge or something that happened up here, which is weird because everything's connected to UPS. But a couple weeks ago, my router, the first 4 ports on the router just died. Luckily, it has 8 ports, and I was able to still use the router as necessary. But yeah, I had to rewire a bunch of stuff. A few months back, if you followed all my streams, a year or so ago, I had planned on, or probably 2 years ago at this point, I had planned on connecting the 2 houses by burying a Cat6 cable between the 2 and canceling my internet, so that I only had one internet provider and blah blah blah. Well, I eventually did that. That's happened in the time since I last streamed. But the problem with that is, there's a couple problems. The office doesn't have a generator like I have at home, so when the power goes out, there's no internet anymore, which, okay. Luckily, the power doesn't go out as much as it once did back in the day. So, yeah, if the internet goes out here, the internet's out, period. And so if something does happen to, like, the Cat6 that runs between... Okay, that didn't help me at all. Between the 2 houses, then there's no internet, anywhere. So whenever the router kind of went out up here, it's like, all right, what's going on? So whenever there is an internet problem, there's a whole new method to troubleshooting. Like, okay, well, is there internet next door? Let's start there, and then kind of go from there and see what the actual problem is. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. Okay. Oh, God. I don't have a shield. Okay. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, God. Ah! Thanks for watching.